Randa Fahmy grew up in the United States with an Egyptian father and a mother from Iran. She's an attorney who served as Associate Deputy Secretary of Energy under President George W. Bush, and she's an expert in global government affairs, energy policy, and national security. Now her career has taken a new turn with the creation of Make Up America, and I'm going to give her a chance to tell us about that. Welcome, Randa.
Thank you. So great to be with you, Karen, and all your listeners.
And first, going back to your long and varied career, some of which is continuing.
That's right.
Recall one or two moments or incidents or projects in your career that give you the greatest pride and the best memories.
Sure, absolutely. So I've been in Washington, D.C. now for 30 years. My career has spanned legal practice and politics, both on Capitol Hill and with President Bush. So I would say the two most proudest moments of my career were when I served in the United States Senate with Senator Spencer Abraham of Michigan, who is one of the very few Arab American senators. We were able to accomplish a great deal with respect to our bilateral relationships between the U.S. and countries in the Middle East. For instance, more appropriations for Egypt, more appropriations for Lebanon, some of our allies in the region. And we were really able to boost that, as well as promoting tolerance towards Islam. So in the view of one person can make a difference, one senator really did make a difference, and I was very proud to be part of his team. A second incident, I would definitely say, which grew out of tragedy, of course, was on September 11th. I was serving as the Associate Deputy Energy Secretary in the Bush administration on my way to work when the first tower was hit, at work when the second tower was hit, as well as the Pentagon. And as all of us did, we had no idea what was going on. What became apparent of the days and weeks afterwards was that it was the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history by people who were claiming they were of the Islamic faith. But President Bush had asked me, reached out, he and his team, to help them get the message across that Islam is actually a religion of peace, that these people were not part of the religion, and that there are good people in the United States and across the world, that this did not reflect the religion. And so I had a first row seat, if you will, and a hand in helping shape and craft some of the policies that came out from the Bush administration, including his visits to the mosque, and an Eid celebration for the children, which we put together right after Ramadan that year. So it was around December of 2001. So I would say those are the two outstanding things from my career that I'm very proud of.
Where do you think we are in the United States with regard to Islam now? I mean, all
Wow.
of those efforts back in after 9/11,
Yeah.
and here we are.
Yeah, it's still, it's funny. I think a lot about it. My parents were immigrants to this country in the 1950s and 60s, and I was born in the late 60s, grew up in the 70s and 80s. And, in a small little town, a wonderful town in Pennsylvania, where no one really asked you your religion. It was sort of odd for me because I, had traveled to the Middle East a lot, where religion is very much your identity. But in America, this is a free country where anyone can practice anything. I think religion and identity politics became more and more seeped in our culture here in America, particularly after 9/11, where people of the Muslim faith felt a necessity to project that faith in all aspects because of what had been done. So where are we now? We're at a time in which there has to be a great deal more of education and understanding towards the faith. I think there are small successes being made with that, and certainly a lot is being done within the interfaith community with Christians, Jews, and Muslims. So a lot more work to be done in that area.
And let's take the turn now to Make Up America.
Yes.
Totally different
Thank you
from
for asking.
everything else. And why did you get it started, and what's your mission?
Yeah, sure. So I had traveled a lot across the world, and I had noticed over the years that women wore a lot of makeup, particularly in the Middle East. So I started researching it. Why is that? And where's the biggest cosmetic market? Only to find out that it's a $500 billion market, but the largest consumers are right here in America. So with that idea and watching 1,000 episodes of ABC's Shark Tank, I decided it was time to take an entrepreneurial leap. It was 2016, in the midst of one of the most contentious election seasons that we had had here in America. And I said, now's the time. So I came up with the idea, what doesn't exist? I closed my eyes and remembered that I love America, that my favorite day was July 4th, 1976, when America celebrated its bicentennial 200th birthday, and I wanted to feel like that again. So I created a beauty brand that reflects exactly that, the best of America: freedom, diversity, independence. That's what America's about, and I wanted to create a beauty brand that reflected that. It doesn't exist, and I created it. I call it A Beauty, American Beauty, where every woman, no matter who you are or where you come from, can look beautiful, be free, be independent, diverse, and express herself. So that was launched in 2017. We're doing well. We had some pretty big wins our first year. We were in both 2 fashion magazines here in the U.S., Allure and Cosmopolitan. We teamed up with the U.S. Olympic Committee for their 2018 Winter Games. And we were seen on ABC's Dancing with the Stars, where one of the contestants, celebrity contestants, was seen using our Independence Red lipstick. So I plug away at that very American entrepreneurial journey as I juggle my consulting business.
But it also has another mission. It has sort of a political mission.
So it has what I call a policy mission.
Mission.
In this day and age where every brand feels the need to have corporate social responsibility, my brand gives $1 of every product sold to paying down the U.S. national debt. Why the U.S. national debt, by the way, which is $22 trillion and growing? It's because no politician is paying attention to the debt. I decided that it's time women take control of our nation's checkbook. So $1 of every product goes to pay the debt down. We have to sell a lot of lipsticks in order to do that. We're selling.
Well, we wish you well and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very
so
much, Randa.
Thank you.
Thank you.